everybody and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. My name's Silver and I have Plumbobs University for you today. Okay, bear with me. I know we don't have universities in the game yet, but I don't care. I'm excited and we might be getting an announcement any day now, so I thought I'd hop on the bandwagon and I made a university. It's huge, so that's why we're starting with just the interior and only decorating. I did not record the exterior at all. It was just going to be way too long. This video is what? After editing 22 minutes, somewhere around there. And it was long, and I sat down and I did it this morning, I did it all in one go. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I don't really know what I want to do today. I had a tiny build ready to go up, but then my boyfriend was like, why don't you just make a huge mansion? And I was like, wait, hold my water. It's fine. So I built a university. I don't even know how much this is worth, but it's on a 64 by 64 lot, and it's on the lot in Windenburg where the Fryes live. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but I'm using a lot of Realm of Magic. The outside is Realm of Magic, the brick, and I think it's really cute. You'll see in the screenshots what it really looks like. Maybe I should have done a video tour. I can do a video tour if you guys want to see that. But there's a lot of right now we're working in the actual main part of the university, where most of the classrooms are. I did make 3 buildings, again why I did not record the outside or the landscaping, because it was just going to be too much. I did a lot of landscaping, and like I said, there's 3 buildings. They actually didn't take that much time because I was able to copy it and I wanted it to be quite symmetrical. The room we're doing right now is the teacher's lounge, the professor's lounge. There's not really much in it except a coffee maker and a microwave and some table and chairs. I think simple's best. With a lot of these rooms, I did go simple because it can't really be personalized that much. For the individual classrooms, I did personalize it. Each classroom has a purpose, and what is being taught there is dependent on the classroom. And then in this room is a conference room, so where you would have, well, conferences. That's why it's a conference room. not to be out there. But I obviously did not limit pack build this. There's no way I could have. I mean, I guess there is, but I wasn't going to. Sorry. Maybe I'll do a limited pack build next week, and we can get that going. And I'm just adding some pictures. I do change some things around, so it's not too much. And the building I'm actually was just in is the dormitory. And so yes, the 3 buildings. There's the art building for learning the arts. Then there's the main building, where you would learn your normal kind of subjects. I say normal, but I mean your core subjects, not the arts. And then there's the dormitory with the cafeteria, that kind of thing. It's an older university, if you can't tell. That's why there's so much brown. It's very intentional. I wanted it to look old and kind of not decrepit, because some of it looks new, I think. You'll see when we get to the dormitories, I did upgrade the dorms a little bit. And here's where I decided I was going to specialize the rooms, and this is the science laboratory. I always worked at counters in the science rooms, but that's just the experience I had. And I'm putting a shower from Island Living here because in a lab you have to have a shower in case of spills, chemicals, and other various things that could get on you in the lab. It's just a safety thing. And I did fit, I put a lot of stuff here from the Get to Work, but I don't know if that actually works because it could be blocked off, but most things I imagine do work here, and if it doesn't, you can just get rid of it. I just thought it looked cool. And it was science-y, so there we go. And later I'll come back in here and I'll add the elements table as well. But I did personalize the room as much as I can. I'm honestly surprised that I was able to get the video down to such a degree that it is. I have a problem. So this is the room that you would have for doctors, people who are learning to become medical doctors. I put in this room and again used a lot to get to work. If we do get a university pack, I expect the two will be very hand in hand. The only thing is that like you don't really I don't suspect that when the expansion actually comes out, you'd be able to. Oh, this is the English room, by the way, where you learn a language, or I guess Simlish. It's the Simlish room. But I would suspect that you don't really get to design your own university, so I thought I would do that anyway, just because it would be fun. I really hope you can. And oh, this is the agriculture room, like where you would learn agriculture. I don't know why I'm explaining it like that, but yeah, I think it would be really super cool if we could actually like design universities ourselves, like this one, for example, and actually play in it. But honestly, my hopes aren't up too high. I can understand a lot of people wouldn't want to do that, even other builders, because it would be such a huge task, and I'm not really sure how it would work. But hey, a girl can hope, huh? A girl can hope. And I spent forever trying to find the pictures of the microscope samples. I don't know why I couldn't find them. I did find them in the end, and I put them up, and that was cool. And then I went upstairs and put some cells in the medical room. And okay, this is fun. A marine biology. I want to be a marine biologist. It's my dream. So of course I had to include a marine biologist study room. And those are the fishing books, and I put a bunch of pictures that you got from Island Living and some fish bowls and stuff like that, and I thought it was fun. It's exactly what I would like. You know, that if I were going to this university, that's what I would be there for. So, not that this university is the best university for marine biology, because the best universities for marine biologies are one that have access to marine life. Literally. Like, I'm not a saltwater fan, so, you know. And then that last room where I put the map up, this one, is going to be the history room. And upstairs there's a pretty plain room, and that's just the computer lab. I think, you know, for computer sciences, I wouldn't really expect there to be too much. But I expected this professor to be a world traveler, and that's why he has all the postcards on display for his students to see. And I thought that would be fun. Anyway, the library for this school is very open and like connected. It's spanned across two rooms, you'll see, and I used the bookshelves from whatchamacallit, Strangerville, and I think they worked out really nicely. I ended up moving them away from the wall though, but I still think it looks okay. I didn't see a problem with it because they go up so high you can't really tell anyway. So that's just my opinion. If you don't like it, of course you can change it. Please feel free. But it was just how I liked the room. This university has so much seating because there's so many hallways and stuff like that, but you can't really leave them bare, so I was just putting seating and repeating flowers and stuff like that. And like, it's just so cozy in here. I like all the brown because it's just really cozy, and I think it makes for a better learning environment. I don't know personally because I haven't been to university, but in my opinion it makes for a better learning environment because it's so neutral. You don't really get much emotion from it other than the fact that you feel comfortable. That's just how I personally feel, but obviously people feel differently, and that's fine, and you know, you guys do you, and that's just what I preferred. I tried to do a different like color scheme, but most of the other ones had patterns on the wallpaper, and it was just way too much because the building's so big, and I keep the color scheme for all three buildings, and it was just way too much to change it. It was just an optical illusion, and it kind of gave me a little bit of a headache. So here I'm just whirling around adding like little tables and chairs and stuff like that to keep it all like the same. And oh, we also have a receptionist. So I think most like schools, universities, etc., like I said, I've actually been inside a university before, so it's not like I've never done that. But actually I've toured the university and had a meeting at the one that I really want to go to. And hopefully I can next year after I finish my Dutch exams. But yeah, sorry, going on. Uh, they have receptions where you can, like, tour the university or, sign in and out for various things. And I just added these files and some seating, and I like it a lot. I think it's really cute and quaint. It's very old, but also new. And that's my opinion. It doesn't mean like that's exactly how it is. It's just the impression I got from it. I you know, use pretty much the same plants. Those plants that I use, the ones that, not the ones on the tables, the two standing plants that I repeatedly use through this, I use them in like all of my builds. They are my favorite plants, and I think they're so versatile. And for this, I felt it was just really kind of cool because, I just realized that oh, never mind. I think they're really versatile because of the style that they are, and I think they worked really well in this situation. But again, you don't have to like it. It's really up to you guys, but it was definitely the vision that I had for my university. I did talk over it a little bit, but we are in the dormitory now, and this part is the second largest of the buildings. The third, i.e. the smallest, is the arts university, and the dormitory came like together really easily. I kept all the dorms the same, and the reason why is because people don't personalize it until you move in, and until then I think they're the same. Here, I wouldn't be using a dormitory if I go to school, when I go to school, etc., because I live, do they even do dormitories in the Netherlands? People just get apartments, I think. So, I'm not sure. I don't think they do. Maybe some do, but I know here, like, we don't, not where I am. My boyfriend has a degree. He didn't go to a dorm. But that might just be his experience, so I don't know. But the dorms are all the same. They're on each side, and I think there are 7 dorms in total, so that would fit 14 students. Obviously, like, you could maybe squeeze more in there, but I wanted them each to have personal space. So the rooms are very clearly divided, like who gets what space. There's 2 cabinets, there's 2. Oh, this is the only bathroom I included. It is, it's non-gendered, so anybody can use it. I'm sorry if you don't like that, but I think that, well, I live in Europe. It's a little different here. But yeah, so there's stalls and things like that, but other than that, it's anybody can go in here, and I think that's fine. Just be adults. It's fine. And then down here we have the kitchen, and bear with me, I know it might seem a little weird, the kitchen, the way it's shaped and the way I put it together, but there's a method to my madness, I swear. So there are 3 stoves because obviously there's a lot of students, you're going to have a lot of cooking, and I figured they would actually cook for themselves, much like, was it Sims 2 University where they cooked for themselves? But in the middle I have a, they might do that in Sims 3 University too, I don't really remember. But in the middle I have a washing station, and then this is the pantry where we just have 3 fridges. I was going to put like a super detailed pantry, but then I was like, well, I don't have anywhere to put the fridges, so let's go ahead and put them there. And that's how that worked. So, it works, I guess. I like it. And I'm just adding curtains everywhere quickly. I know the curtains aren't curved like the ones from, like the window frame that we got with Realm of Magic that I'm using, but I really think it looks okay anyway, and that, I didn't want to use the Realm of Magic curtains. They were too fancy, like in a mystical way that just wasn't acceptable for this build, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. It's fine. I always say that. It doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, you guys have a different opinion. I just have a really bad habit of saying, in my opinion. Like, of course it's my opinion. I'm the one who said it. I'm just being silly. Anyway, I'm back onto the dining hall after putting the curtains on, and apparently I can't put chairs around tables properly. Apparently I'm incapable of doing so. And I brought the chandelier that we used in the main hall for the main college, university. I brought that over to the dining hall, and I think it made it look really kind of fancier than it is. Like, I didn't imagine particularly that this was a prestigious university. I could easily see down the street there being, like, a fraternity or something like that. Like, I could easily see that being the case. But obviously this lot I utilized the whole lot, so there really wasn't any room to put another thing like a fraternity, so I just kept it here. I don't know if you've noticed, I've used the club doors, and we got club rooms. I felt it was very university-like. Maybe you guys don't think so, but I do. So this is Coffee Club, apparently. I've never played with clubs, so I don't know exactly what they mean, but this is how I am interpreting it. So this is therefore Coffee Club. It's fine. But I also put a tea maker in there too, because not everybody likes coffee. I hate coffee. I think coffee is disgusting, but that's just me. Hey yo. And I made this like a really kind of chill out room. See, some of the artwork isn't as old, like the club rooms, and the art studio is really like up to date. Not up to date, but more like quirky, if that makes sense. But we have moved on to chess club now. I've talked over it a little bit. There's not just chess, I also put the Don't Wake the Llama in there, and I've moved on to friendship club. I can't remember where I saw friendship club. I want to say Degrassi, but I made it very pink and happy and cheerful, and that's because the door is pink and happy and cheerful and has a rainbow. And then there's also science club, so of course we got some science-y stuff, like the chemical analyzer thing. Is that what it's called? It's an analyzer of something. And I have a yoga mat in friendship club, so there's that too. And I put the journals and I made them all different colors, and it's so cute. I like it a lot. Don't judge me, it's fine. And then the last one is drama club. Fun fact, I was actually in drama club as a kid. When I was in high school, I went to several different schools. I moved around a lot, but I'm obviously not Dutch, if you can't hear by my accent. I did not live in the Netherlands until 2017, and that was after I was out of school. But when I was in high school, I did drama club with my best friend, and we made our own club. We made the knitting club, and I knit for a couple of weeks and then never did it again. And I never really did anything for drama, and I went to the meetings, and I also did student council, but I wasn't really popular in my school. I was picked on quite a lot. So one time they used my dance, and that was my dance idea for the formal, and that was super exciting to me and everything, but then they went ahead and did almost everything without me. So I don't have super fond memories of high school in America. But when I moved to England, I did high school there. It's not called high school, but we're gonna call it high school. And I was on the debate team. And I told my boyfriend I was on the debate team, and he goes, "Huh, yeah, that makes sense." And I was like, "What do you mean?" I argue a lot, but I'm talking over the arts school. There's a room for guitars. There's a room for pianos, and we're doing the room for violins now. And I liked having a dedicated space to each room, and I think you also might have seen I put the the music mixing station in a small room. I put 2 of them in there, and I just left it at that. It's not a prestigious school, but it kind of is, so I wouldn't imagine there'd be a lot of music mixers, if that makes sense. Anyway, you saw me use that rug from Seasons. I put that upstairs, and that's because we keep the room super... it's different. It's different from the rest of the school, and you will see. But this is the art room, so like where you would learn to paint and what have you. I used a lot of city living from that, and it's like super cool in here, like the chill. It's definitely the artist's quarter. Like this is their part of the university. But then I still kept the plants because I feel like the administration would be like, can you at least keep some tradition? Like using these prestigious roses that we have gardened to the finest rarity, you know, that kind of thing. Don't touch me, it's fine. And we also get a spot outside to paint, but right now I'm just adding like the painter's rugs. It doesn't look too pretty, but realistically speaking, you wouldn't want to get paint on that, so it makes sense in my opinion. And we're just adding some more plants and little doohickeys and what have you for the last little bits. There's not really much more to do. I'm just adding a little bit of seating in the actual classrooms. And now we're going outside, and I stay outside. I did not include like most of the bathrooms. The only one I did include was the one upstairs in the dormitory because it was different than all the other ones. All the other bathrooms are pretty much the same, so I didn't bother. But there's 2 bathrooms on the ground floor in the main part of the building, and then there's a bathroom in the arts quarter. And oh, there's also another bathroom downstairs in the dormitory. So like there's a lot of bathrooms, and most of them have stalls. The only one that doesn't is the one in the arts. It just has a single bathroom, and that's fine. But we're just adding some lighting now, and going to have the outdoor painting area. I thought at first like I could do like something cool with the oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't record the gardening. Oh, maybe I did. It's fine. Okay, well, I recorded this. I was getting to the end of the video and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't record the gardening. But this is for the agricultural club, and later I do actually add the plants, so that is in the screenshot. But I am going to leave that with you for now. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, let me know in the comments, and show your support by tapping the like button and subscribe for more builds. If you'd like this build in your game, it is up on the gallery under my username Silverplumbobs. And remember, I upload daily. Have a great day. Bye!